Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Good morning. This is Hy-Vee Morning Show with Tony Tone. I'm Morning Show, and here's Tony Tone.
Thank you. Thad Burkhamper, everybody. It's Hy-Vee Today. You've been on it before. You should know the name.
I don't listen to your part.
Welcome back, friends. It's like I never left. Look at this purple shirt. I look like Grimace's brother. Nobody was going to make a Grimace joke. You're too kind. Skylar was going to. Betsy, show everybody how tall Skylar got. You take a couple weeks off, you have a kid, and Skylar is 18 feet tall. Look at how tall he is. I wish Skylar was that tall. Skylar, you are on Hy-Vee Today right now, making your debut appearance. Look at that young man. It's about time. He is walking on stilts, ladies and gentlemen. Here at Hy-Vee, our employees are not afraid to go to new heights to get things done for you. It is good to be back. My wife and I did have our third child on Tuesday, October 2nd at 6:16 in the morning. Baby Lucy arrived, and she is doing well. She is a lot smaller than my boys were when they were born. She was a little early, but she's all good. And I say it like people, when I've said that she's early, people say, yeah, but wasn't she like 7.5 pounds, 19 inches? Yes, she was. But my boys were both 9 pounds and 21 inches, so they were brutes. There's Lucy. She is a hairy baby. She is a hairy baby. Holy moly. To quote Baymax from Big Hero 6, hairy baby. If you get that reference, you're welcome. That's a pretty good one to start the show out with. So I do want to say thanks to Joel Krausauer for filling in, and thanks to Jerry Proviance for filling in, and thanks to Jim Miller. So you had quite the variety of guest hosts on this show, and it was great to watch Jim Miller talk with Chuck Van Heck last week. Because, and this is something that you don't know unless you saw me, I did work out at the Y 5 days last week in the morning after making a school drop-off, and thanks to my wife saying it was okay. And I saw Chuck Van Heck on most of those days, and I'm super excited for Chuck, and the fact that they named that new building at Muscatine High School after Chuck makes total sense. He's a great guy, and it was good to... I had to do that move where you're at the gym and you have an earbud and you take it out, and then you talk to people and you put it back in. And it's not that I'm antisocial. It's just I'm there to sweat. But I will always stop and talk to Chuck Van Heck. There's Judy and Colleen giving a shout-out. Yes, thank you, Colleen and Judy. I appreciate it. It is good to be back. And, yeah, it's always good when you get back to work and your boss, Jim Simmons. And today is National Bosses Day, by the way. Jim will be on in just a few. When he says, dude, I missed you. You're like, oh, thank you. That feels good. There's some comments on the old Facebook. All right, so let's get to our first guest who ruined the surprise that he's here. There he is again, Thad Burkhamper.
Boom.
TV Mentalism back on the program.
Hi, dude.
Big show coming up.
Big show.
You keep telling me small things. You're teasing me.
Yeah.
In the business, we'd call this a tease.
Ooh.
I feel like I have some small role in your show, which is called Focus.
You have some small role in a piece of something that will happen 2 weeks before the show.
Gotcha. Okay. So I can go to the show and I don't have to worry about being like plucked from the crowd to do something?
No. You will be plucked from your house 2 weeks before the show.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
2 weeks before the show, I'm going to be kidnapped by Thad.
Yay.
We're getting it on the record. No, I'm just kidding. So, okay. I don't want to give anything away.
Fine.
Because I don't really know, and I'm saying this truthfully. You've been on here before. You've done some cool things. You've had one successful show already. Mm-hmm. You've stepped up the game. This show, Focus, is happening at the auditorium, Muscatine High School.
Yep.
That's a big room.
Lots more seats.
Right. Like how many seats?
The exact number is 666.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Just throw one of them away.
Right. Why? Is that really how many seats there are?
Or put a folding chair in there. Just throw the number off.
Not in October. I know the show's in November, but we're sitting here in October.
Yeah, I know.
The auditorium seats 666?
Yes.
We need to change that immediately.
I'll just rip one out.
Good. So why don't you just sell 665 tickets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I'll double book and somebody can sit on someone's lap.
It's got 1,200 people at this show. All right, so does this mean that the show, I don't want to say has changed because it's not the same show that you did before.
It is definitely not the same show.
But have you had to take into consideration, you have a much larger stage. How has your production approach changed for this second TV Mentalism show?
Yeah, there are parts of having an actual stage space that have gone into the thought process of what needs to happen. I'm building some very small and very minor kind of set pieces. They're not. They're just added goodness up there instead of a black curtain and me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that, you know, even if I sold half the tickets, that's a lot of people to choose from.
Yeah.
There just as far as logistics go, instead of walking into the audience and pulling someone off their table like I was able to do at Boonies, I'll have to point to somebody, give them time to get up. So there's just thought processes there as to where I can pull from, or if I need to be in the audience for certain parts, that kind of stuff. And the biggest change has been that I inadvertently, in the first show, added a bunch of positivity speak, kind of as an underlying thing.
Which I think has served you well.
Oh, yeah. It's done very well. I've had corporate events. I've got corporate events coming up, actually, that incorporate that. This one, Focus, F-O-C-U-S, actually stands for, is a way to wrap your brain around the fears that will stop you from achieving your goals, the fears that will stop you from even going forward with your goals. Focus, their F would stand for the fear of failure, O is the fear of obstacles, C is the fear of criticism, what other people think, U is the fear of the unknown, and S is the fear of success.
I did not know that that's what that stood for.
That's why there's periods there, Tony.
Gosh, it's so good to be back.
I'm so smart.
I am not sharp this morning. Of course that's why there's periods. It's a period piece, ladies and gentlemen. We're all going to be dressed in Shakespearean garb.
Womp womp.
Yes. All right. So people show up to this. First of all, you got to get tickets. And I do appreciate the fact that you, like me, use your children to promote things that you're doing.
Yeah.
Because you understand that people have a hard time saying no to kids.
Right.
So tickets are $10?
Tickets are $10 unless you have a student ID. So if you're a college student, a high school student, and I don't know if the middle school has student IDs or not.
I was checking to see if I had anything close to a student ID. I don't, but I do want to show Betsy. Hey, Betsy, can we show everybody how awful my license picture is? Thad was saying that it's cheaper if you have a student ID.
Yeah, it's $7 for students.
What if I have an awful license picture? Chad, can you show everybody how bad my license picture is? Can I get a discounted ticket? Betsy's got me, I think. Will that get me?
Whoa!
Why can't we smile in the state of Iowa? By the way, my cuticles look terrible. Why can't we smile? All right, Betsy, thank you. Look at how fat my face is. Jeez,
well, right,
Louise.
that means you're paying double for a ticket.
Because I look like this guy?
You're about twice what you are now, so if you're using that as your reference, you're paying double.
The only thing I miss about living in Illinois is the fact that you can smile in your driver's license picture.
Right.
And all my family that lives there, but that's it. All right, so how much is a ticket? How much is a ticket with a student ID?
Student ID is $7.
$7, okay.
Yeah.
So MCC, high school students, a little bit cheaper. For the rest of us, $10. And here's what I know about that. This mentalism stuff is fascinating. I think that what we need to do maybe just for a second for people that are watching this that have no idea what it means to be a mentalist, can you just explain that broadly to them? We've done that before, but we would be remiss to not.
That's absolutely fine.
Right?
There are people that are going to be watching this that haven't seen the other stuff, and it goes like this. And this is actually basically the opening of my show. A mentalist is someone that uses a mixture of their 5 senses, a little bit of suggestion, a little bit of intuition, a whole lot of BS. They cram that pie together, and it comes across as the existence of a 6th sense, the ability to read people's minds, the ability to share telepathy with someone, predict the future. Another analogy for it, and this is also part of my show, you're going to see it twice, is I'll ask the audience who here believes that being able to tell the future is possible, and some people will raise their hand. And then I'll
raise my hand.
Who here believes that being able to tell the future is impossible, and other people will raise their hand. I will then ask those people, the non-believers, how many of you have the Weather Channel app on your phone? and they're all like, "Oh, that's me." The Weather Channel app is doing exactly what I do. It's taking the known circumstances, how those things have played themselves out in the past, and then gives you the most probable outcome.
That's fantastic.
And so I create the circumstances
Yeah.
on stage, use what I know about how your brain works and how you're likely to act on a stage in front of your friends, and I give you the most probable outcome that looks like reading your mind, that looks like telling the future.
Now, why can't you just sit here? And again, at this moment, it is 8:49 in the morning.
Yes.
Tuesday, the 16th of October. Why, Thad Burkhamper, will you not just give me the Mega Millions numbers for tonight? $654 million. We can split it and both just not have to work another day in our life.
What if I told you I already did?
Are they in my head right now? Oh, snap. All right. I mean, but that's what people assume sometimes when you talk about things like mentalism.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
well, how come I can't get the winning lottery numbers? So that's really not what it is. I mean, it's the same. I have two friends that are psychics, right? I spent a lot of time in radio. You have a lot of different friends. I have two friends that are psychics. I'm a believer in what psychics are able to do. I'm not the guy that checks my horoscope every day, but I do read it online. My one friend, shout out to Denise Gazzardo is her name. She's on Facebook. She's a great psychic. I'm a believer in that kind of stuff. I've been hypnotized before.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me gullible, but I just would like to say that I'm willing. I'm a willing participant in life in general, but certainly fascinated by things like people that are mentalists and abilities.
The issue that I have with a lot of that kind of stuff, and I kind of dance on both sides of that fence when it comes to psychics and things, because I have experienced things that through other people don't make any sense. And so there's a curiosity there, and there's a, well, what if, thing going on. But there are so many people that are taking advantage of people, and that's why I open my show that way. I say, I'm not doing any of the things I say I'm doing. It's going to look like I am. You're going to be amazed, and you'll likely forget, and they all do.
Sure.
But that's why I open it. I don't want to tread on anybody's beliefs. I don't want to try and sway somebody one way or the other.
Sure.
It's entertainment. It's a show, and it's fun, and it's impossible, and it's amazing.
Here's the thing, folks. People will often say there's nothing to do around here. This is one of those answers when people say that. You can say, no, we have this great show, Focus, TB Mentalism. Have we even mentioned the date of the show, by the way? It's November
16th.
There you go. Should have that as like a Flavor Flav chain. November 16th, Focus at the auditorium at Muscatine High School. There it is on Facebook. What is the easiest way for people watching this, whether they're with us live, and if you're with us live, thank you, including my wife who is joining us, or if they're watching on cable, to get tickets for Focus, what should they do?
There are three easiest ways.
Okay.
They're all equally easiest. One is if you go to that Facebook page, the event itself has a message button. You can message me.
Nice.
The Facebook page itself has a message button. You can message me there.
Okay.
Just message me, say, hey, I need this many tickets, blah, 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 and we can just arrange a cash exchange for whatever.
Perfect.
Or,
yes,
if you'd rather sit at home on your couch,
I like this.
I'll send you a PayPal link.
Yeah.
You pay them. They show up in the mail.
Perfect.
Either by U.S. Postal Service.
Yes, or
me.
your children.
Right, yeah.
You will be Pony Expressing tickets to people.
I'll be in a red wagon. They'll be pulling me down the street, delivering tickets.
Will the Burkhamper brood have any role in the Focus show? Is this a family-friendly show?
This is definitely a family-friendly show. I think there's probably a cutoff age where kids won't care to sit.
Yeah, listen.
Not that they necessarily won't get it, but it's not a Disney movie.
Yes.
So it's I would say like,
I'm going to say 3 to 4 because I have a 3.5-year-old who I took to see Smallfoot, the movie Smallfoot on Friday.
Yeah.
And about an hour, 5 minutes into it, he stands up and he goes, "Can we go?" And I said, "Not yet, pal."
Right.
He just didn't care anymore.
There's 26 minutes left, bub.
No, unfortunately, it was an hour and 49 minutes,
Whoa.
which is way too long for a kids movie. If you're watching this and you produce kids movies, keep them to an hour 30.
Oh, right.
Yes, or stop it. But yeah, so maybe like that 3 to 4, 5-year-old isn't
I think that's
gonna.
probably too young.
Yeah.
I've got some nieces and nephews that fall in the neighborhood of like
Sure.
9, 10, 11, and they'll probably sit
they
just
would
fine
love
and
it.
understand what's going
Yeah.
on and be adequately wowed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, through all that, there is the overlying points of this is how we set goals, this is how we frame our goals, these are the things that can get in our way about our goals, and as long as we're aware of them, we can get put through them. Those points might be lost on those guys, but
Sure.
that's ultimately all well and good.
Now, I don't want to forget, because as I'm sitting here and it's my first day back, there were a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago at this point, there were some short videos that we were showing where you were calling me out in some type of vehicle, putting a blindfold on yourself.
Yeah.
You're not here to encourage driving blindfolded.
No.
Okay.
Hey, Tom.
All right, so let's check this out.
You trust me?
Thad Burkhamper, blindfold driving. I don't understand why you would ever want to drive a vehicle blindfolded.
So,
Yes.
I feel like
this
there are moments
the
when we can't
blindfold
make any
drive
progress
is
because
sort of
we're
a
so in our own heads. We can't even take another step towards our goals.
mentalists that take themselves
My mom
seriously.
taught me when I was young
during the
that
last
sometimes
show
taking a nice
and
long drive
those two
can help you
schmoes-
clear your head.
Oh, we can hear audio
I'm not
from
sure
the
that
video.
this is
Okay.
what she had in mind.
Wanna take you for a ride. Before they take you for a ride, I wanna take you for a ride. All the money in Monaco, yeah, couldn't buy me out. Well, I hope we get fired so we can walk the world around. If it's snowing in Texas.
Is that like these guys behind the scenes? That's Ryan Broderson, Chad
They're
Yoakum,
on my
Betsy.
crew. They're on my team.
Yeah, they have abandoned ship.
You left. I grabbed them.
Right, you stole them.
Survival of the fittest, buddy.
So, blindfold driving.
So in the last show, I handed out a deck of cards to the audience. The
Okay.
audience shuffled them. I brought them back in. I ran through them as quickly as I could, memorized half of them in under a minute, and then went through. I divided them in half, gave them to two audience members, and then told them where they were. Went through the entire
Wow.
deck,
Wow.
and that's not psychic. That's not anything.
Sure.
It's just a memory trick.
Sure.
The blindfold drive is the same thing. We're going to go to the location. I will have you check out all the equipment, make sure that the blindfold is legit and all that kind of stuff. I will do the course once with my eyes open
Okay.
and with music playing, because that song will be my reference
Okay.
as to 90-degree turn at this beat. Wait till this beat. I'll feel a bump, things like that, where I've got to be very aware of the course. I've got to be very aware of where I am.
Sure.
I'll do it once with my eyes open. We will start back at the
Why do you keep
starting line,
saying we?
because you're going to be in the car with me.
Oh, good. Are there seatbelts in this Deathmobile?
No, it's just a motor and four wheels and a steering wheel.
Perfect.
It's a
I've
board.
seen these in Conesville before.
It's just a 2x6 board that we're going to
Awesome.
balance on. With it. Yeah, no, it's that Jeep.
Okay.
It's my brother's Jeep, and
Your brother's letting you drive his vehicle blindfolded?
Yeah.
Wow.
he's let me do dumber stuff than that.
That's for the next show.
Right. So, and this
Yeah.
is kind of to get things drummed up. Mm-hmm. Get a little attention on it. Mm-hmm. What I may do on the day is that deck memorization thing. Show them what's going into play.
Sure.
And then I'll do the eyes open one. We will get in, blindfold on. We will try it again.
Oh, boy.
Now, to your anxiety, I will say that between Ryan, Chad, my wife, and I, we have about 9 different abort contingencies.
Okay.
At no point will this be real dangerous.
Yeah,
Both of us definitely won't die.
that's good. Should I wear a life jacket?
Yes.
What kind of terrain are we talking about?
We are.
Like a floodplain or?
I'm not going to say because.
Okay.
I'm still waiting to hear back, and I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want the paparazzi to show up at the location
I am
and
95.
ruin the fun.
I'm 95%
Yeah.
at the spot.
Okay.
I just have to get some things signed before I say that out loud.
So then that will be part of the Focus show come November.
That will, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
The actual drive itself will be live streamed.
Wow.
They're going to rig the Jeep with all sorts of cameras and wonderful good stuff. We're going to live stream that thing. We're going to hopefully get a microphone on you so that we can just hear you screaming the whole time. And
That's what people want.
Yeah.
Father of 3 goes for ride blindfolds after the news. That's a headline right there, right?
Right. That's the whole goal.
Jeez Louise. Now listen, you should know what you're doing. And here's why I say that this Friday on this show, I will be rappelling down the side of the Laurel building
Yeah.
with the Over the Edge. I will be in the harness, getting a good harness wedgie,
Perfect.
coming at 10:30 in the morning. This will
Gonna
be
need
going
a
down.
couple of those.
I'm going to need, and maybe I should wear a blindfold when I do that. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and I don't have a fear of heights. I don't love flying, but I've also never rappelled down the side of a building. But if it helps out Special Olympics and Big Brothers Big Sisters,
Right.
I'm all in.
Right.
So I don't know what's a bigger fear, rappelling down the side of a building or driving blindfolded. I think I know what the answer is. It's you driving blindfolded, because at least I know
You're
coming down the
not
building.
in control
Right.
with our fun.
Right. Hey, buddy.
Which is its own thing. My wife sometimes doesn't like it when I drive and I've got my eyes open. It's mostly a control thing. You know, when you're in the driver's seat, you know what's going on. You know what you're aware of. When you're dealing with somebody that's next to you, in control of what is in essence a 2-ton battering ram
Oh boy.
that can go.
You don't have to keep making it sound
Yeah.
scarier than it is.
Right.
I'm already a willing participant.
I never asked you if you wanted to do it.
You did, right. I haven't signed a waiver or anything,
You
but
won't.
I will say this. This is all very fascinating to me. And for people that are watching, coming out to a show like Focus, you will take so much away from it. Because it is, let's be honest, there are not a lot of performances that happen like this in Muscatine. I mean, we don't
Right.
have a lot of things like stand-up comedy
Right.
or
Yeah, yeah.
magic shows. I'm not saying this is magic, but this is definitely something unique that people don't want to miss out on. Because if you don't go to the show in November, you'll hear about it and then you'll feel bad.
That's true.
I
That's
mean,
absolutely true.
That's what's going to happen 100%.
Yeah.
So you got to get a ticket and you have to show up.
There was a third easiest way.
Okay. This
You
would
can-
technically be fourth, I think.
There's like a 9th easiest
Okay,
way. It's
good.
this. You call or text me at 563-506-9546.
Okay.
And
Is that
you
your
say-
personal number?
That's my personal number.
Nice.
So you just
Yeah.
thumb action me, say I need 3 tickets or whatever. I'm at this address, or I need 3 tickets. Send me the PayPal thing. Blah blah blah. Call or text 563-506-9546. And if you mirror what I just did, that's actually how you dial it.
Ah, I see what you did there. So you're making it super convenient for people to show up to Focus
Yeah.
and have a good time. You mentioned getting to do some speaking at different corporations
Yeah.
about positivity and ways that people can improve. You know, just people think about going to work in not always the best light. So
Right.
I think that's great. When is that? When are you doing that again? I mean, is it something that you can talk about? People
it's-
can also reach out to that same number. I'm assuming if you're at a business and you want to have
absolutely.
that come out.
Those things have just kind of been trickling in, and they're fun to do. First off, because we do all the fun, the
Sure.
stuff that we've done here and things that I've done to my shows. But to really anchor all of that with in essence, whatever you're looking for, you will find it. And I know I've said that before on this show, but it's worth saying again. If you wake up looking for a reason to have a bad day, you're going to find
100%.
a lot of reasons
Yep.
to have a bad day.
Yep.
If you wake up on the other side of that bed and nothing can faze you, nothing's going to faze you. It's about making choices. It's about being deliberate in what you're trying to get out of life and also what you're trying to put into life, and having those discussions with staff meetings and I did a charity event and that kind of thing. Having those discussions is really fun because, like I said, we have the fun of the experiments,
Sure.
but to watch the nodding heads of you're thinking your way into a good or bad
Yeah.
life.
No, I appreciate that, and I like that you didn't start out on your journey with mentalism with a goal to become like a corporate motivational speaker. It's just something that people have asked you to do, and of course you're going to take the opportunity to share a message that is very relevant to a lot of the places in this community where people show up for work every day, including a place like here at Hy-Vee. I mean, you know, I think that we could all use that shot in the arm when it comes to your typical meetings, or somebody comes into a room and pops a TV
and everybody falls asleep.
Right. Or they're just texting away and I mean, that's really not the best. It's great. And I know that firsthand from the stuff that's happened when you've been on this show, that no matter what you end up doing at the Focus show on stage, I know it's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And people are going to enjoy it.
The first show went very well, and I was very happy with the way it is. This next show is up a step, and I'm super stoked about it. I'm pushing myself quite a bit farther than maybe I'm comfortable with, but it's likely at least to pay off and make for the audience experience to be insane.
I think we can all agree that it's an ambitious thing to go from the venue that you were at to the auditorium at the high school, and just understanding that people, you got to get a ticket and come out. November 16th,
7 p.m., MHS Auditorium. Go to TB Mentalism Facebook page, message me there, say, hey man, I need tickets. Or, once again,
text.
Call 563-506-9546. Talk to Thad and tell me what you need.
Get your tickets. And, oh wait, hold on. Let's listen to one of the Burr Camper children.
Exactly just $10. I don't want to give it this. And also, I don't want you with $10.
I have an idea what you can do with your $10.
So great. It's so great. I love it.
He didn't follow the script at all.
I can appreciate using the kids to promote what you got going on. Trust me, I'm right there with you. It's fantastic. It'll be a good time. November 16th at Muscatine High School. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me.
Always a little concerned when you're here that something strange is going to happen.
No, we're good.
Okay. While I was gone, I don't know if you've seen it, but Joel apparently broke this table with a giant pumpkin.
Yeah.
I'm glad that like a pumpkin didn't appear as you were sitting here or anything.
It's in your van.
It's in my van. Great. All right. That's good. Maybe make my van disappear and turn back into a sports car. TB Mentalism on Facebook. Thad Burkamper, ladies and gentlemen. November 16th. You made Delmer appear off camera. That's good news, right? Now make him disappear. Get to work, Delmer. All right. Let's go to the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, and we'll leave it there on Facebook. Yeah, let's keep it on Facebook there just for a second. TB Mentalism presents Focus November 16th. Get your tickets. And I apparently will be with Thad as he drives a vehicle blindfolded. Oh boy. That could be called Watch Tony Pass Out in a Jeep as Thad drives blindfolded. I can't wait. All right, let's go to the CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam in the meat department, ladies and gentlemen. I can actually see where the camera is set up, which is rare. Thank you, pal. 90% lean, 10% fat, fresh, ground round. That looks delightful, doesn't it? Maybe you're going to make Betsy can make some of her famous meatballs for you, or a burger, whatever you need. Check that out. And yeah, that's a great item. It looks good. I'll tell you what, meat department here at Hy-Vee, sometimes I feel like we could do an entire week-long series, Jim Simmons, on that meat department and the items that come out of it. My wife and I had some of the new pork chops about a week ago, I think. I don't even remember what day, but we baked them in the oven, and they were unbelievable. I don't know what they're called. I don't remember what they're called. My wife came back. It was one of those days where she just was like, I got to get out, and she came back with those new Hy-Vee pork chops, and they were unbelievable.
Really?
Wow. I mean,
I haven't had them yet.
And I know I just said we baked them, and there's people that like yourself. I know you'll be grilling when it's snowing.
Yep. I never shut it off. Never shut it off.
But to be able to bake something like that in the oven, and just getting the fork and knife and cutting that pork chop around the bone.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about that pork chop meat that's attached to the bone that you got to get in there and cut off.
It's
That's
the best part.
part.
Yes, it is.
The most tender, very simple seasoning. So that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people will come to a place like Hy-Vee, and I say this a lot on the show, we kind of shop with tunnel vision.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We know what we have on our list, but sometimes you got to look off the list.
Yeah, we're creatures of habit.
Yep.
That's the problem, and we always buy the same stuff all the
100%.
time. And if you'll just take a chance once in a while, it'll be like, oh, that's really good. Those Iowa chops, that's probably what you had. Was it a thick one?
It was thick.
Yeah,
yes.
those Iowa chops they're amazing. And I tell you season those just right. I tell you, pork's underrated. I mean, people always talk about
100%.
steaks and everything. That is a steak.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is fantastic. If you cook that just right, and you don't have to overcook it now.
No.
You know, now
No.
you just got to get it to the right temp, and we have all that over here for you. We tell you exactly how to cook it. And as long as you don't overcook it, it is fantastic stuff.
Pork is really easy to not mess up. And
Yeah.
I think for a lot of
Yeah.
us that don't have a ton of time to cook, sometimes that can be a deterrent.
Yes.
As you don't have a lot of time to put all these meals together. But I mean, if you get yourself one of those, like we have a little digital thermometer.
Yep, we do
and
too.
it seems nerdy, but I know that if I can throw a pork chop in the oven, check it, and then it temps out, it's done.
Yes.
Gone are the days
nerdy.
of taking it right.
That's
you know.
not nerdy. That's being honestly. That's what chefs do. They tempt that stuff. That's how they do it so well.
Right.
You know. And I always say. I mean that perfect thing right there is where it shows you how to cook a rare steak, medium rare, and on
Yep.
down.
Yep.
Just pull it at that temperature, and your steak's exactly the way you want it.
That's it.
It is all about having a thermometer. Burgers are the same exact way.
Yep.
You want a juicy, really good burger, use a thermometer.
Yeah.
Don't squeeze it either. So many people want to push it
Don't
down on the
squeeze
grill.
the juice out of the burger.
Don't do that.
Ugh.
You know? Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
we
the
could-
worst thing you can do to a burger.
Oh, it is.
Right?
It absolutely is. If you just let it cook and just flip it and not smash it, oh yeah, dude, that's the only way to cook a burger.
And things that like people like Chef Tess have told me is if you're cooking a steak and you think it's done, take it off, let it sit for a couple minutes so that the juices stay inside of it. Then do the quick temp, and then when you start to cut it, and it's true.
Yeah.
Like, here's what I've realized: if a professional chef gives you free advice, just take it. Like,
Exactly.
I'm never going to be like, oh, Tess, I'm not sure about that.
Just let me show you how to do this.
Right. And that's how I feel with question. And here's a great example. Look at this. So this is this Thursday, October 18th, 4 till 7, Tess rocking a strip steak dinner. Well, that'll be perfect. She's handling it.
Yeah.
8-ounce choice reserve strip steak. That's the quality that we talk about from the meat department.
Tell me where you're going to get a steak dinner for that price.
$8.
$8, and Tess is
crazy.
making it.
That's crazy.
Tess is the one doing it. I mean, come on, folks. That $8, that is ridiculous on that price point.
It's such a great deal. $8, and it includes, by the way, baked potato, sweet corn, and a dinner roll.
Yeah.
So you're essentially you're paying $1 per ounce,
Yeah.
and everything else is just kind of free.
Yeah. I mean,
you look at
come
it that
on,
way.
This is a great deal.
I just hope this next one of those days where, hey, you want to sample this steak? And I just go like this.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I'll gladly sample it. So I got to the store last Thursday. I hadn't been here for a while.
Yeah.
Tess was outside in like 90 seconds, and I brought one of these pizzas
Yes.
home for my wife. It was unreal. The toppings, it's good. And it's ready.
It's a pizza.
It is.
Firewood. These are individual pizzas, so you can just, honestly, it'd feed 2 people, really. We're going to have it here.
It's exciting.
We're supposed to be having it. I'm hoping that it's supposed to be on the budget this year. We won't have pizza buffet that we normally do. It's going to be individual pizzas just like this, and we're off and go.
It's made to order.
Yes.
I mean, think about that concept. And there's some pictures that I took a test putting that together. So think about that in store. And I guarantee you there'll be crust options like cauliflower and like lower gluten.
It'll be very.
And you'll be able to pick what you want on it.
Yeah. And the cool part
So
is
great.
it's done in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I can't think of any place else where you can get a
You
pizza that fresh. customized. That
Yeah.
I mean, people don't have a lot of time. We just talked about that. Not a lot of time.
So excited about. I begged for it, and he wasn't going to give anybody because it's a budget item.
Yeah.
It's only way to higher real sales and be different.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's got a pizza, quite honestly, but nobody's got that pizza.
That's really cool.
And I'm
Cook
super
that
excited. So we're going to have some with it.
All right, so you're sitting here on Tuesday, October 16th. It is National Bosses Day.
Oh,
so did you know that coming into work today?
No.
That was Bosses Day. So it's National Bosses Day. So one of the things I wrote down to talk about is what, in your opinion, Jim? You have this is a big place. There's a couple hundred people that work here.
Yeah.
You're the guy. What are some of the best? What are some of the best parts of your day of being a boss? What do you look forward to?
Oh, it's
every
a
day
team.
is different here for sure.
That's the reason I love this job.
Mm-hmm.
I never do the same thing every day. Thank God. I'm just not that guy. I'm not geared to do the same thing over and over and over. And that's definitely not what happens here. But my best thing of the day is my team. I love being around my team and the customers. I mean, I remember being a kid in school, high school, and I wasn't much into high school. I like sports. So I played a lot of basketball, but I never really got into school. And sometimes you go home from school and it's like, oh, camp, rough day, right?
Right.
But I'd go to work after school, and I always went home in a better mood. I loved work. I loved Hy-Vee, and I've been doing it since I was 16. And it's always been about the people you work with and the customers, because they always put you in a good mood. I mean, there's no way you can go home in a bad mood here unless you just want to. Because you've been around our customers. You know how cool it is, and they come in here to see us, and it's just special. It's just different, and I can't even. It's hard to explain.
Well, this past Saturday, I was in Columbus Junction. They asked me to judge. Now you're going to find this hard to believe. They asked me to judge brisket at 9 o'clock in the morning.
How hard was that?
It was really tough. There's some of the pictures. Thank you, Ryan Broderson, on the quick draw there. So this was with the Louisa County Ambulance. Big fundraiser, volunteer-based group of people. 911 call goes in. They're dispatching ambulance, EMTs. Great fundraiser for them. And I was talking to one of the fellow judges who is an engineer. And this guy was very familiar with Hy-Vee. And he said, the thing that I can't believe, and he said, I'm not saying this because you work at Hy-Vee. I said, we just met. He said, but the thing I can't believe is that nobody ever says anything bad about Hy-Vee that works there.
Yeah.
And this guy is an engineer, has been in Des Moines in the corporate offices, and was sharing different stories about how he helped different stores with their layout and how important access and roadways are. And he just said he couldn't believe how many good things people had to say about it. And it's true. And this is coming from a guy that'll have been here. It'll be a year for me, December 11th, which is crazy to think about how fast time goes by.
Yes.
But it's true. So I imagine being a boss for a company like Hy-Vee, not that it makes it easier, but it certainly doesn't hurt to have that Hy-Vee brand backing you up and that reputation backing you up, right?
Yeah, it's super. I mean, when you talk about that guy and people not really talking about Hy-Vee, because it's hard to, if you work here, you look at the longevity we have.
Right.
I mean, I counted up over 35 employees that's been here with 20 years or more.
Wow.
And then this year it goes almost to 40.
Whoa.
That's how many people we have here. And our tenure is average at 14 and a half with all my full-time.
Wow.
And that's just unheard of. I mean, you go to any place else. We had our service awards, this last week, and we'll be doing some things for them. But we took them to Des Moines, and I took 6 people there. And it's
That's
6 people that
fantastic.
hit 20, 25, 30, and 35, and it's just really, really cool.
Yeah.
And we have a great time. When I hit my 35, I actually take 10 people with me.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
That's cool.
I mean, it is so cool. And it is all about, it's just a really good place to be.
Yeah, it really is. And it definitely makes it that much more enjoyable. So it's Bosses Day, and it's also, and this is true, National Pharmacy Technician Day.
Oh, and
So-
guess what?
And Sarah Hans's birthday.
Sarah's Hans's birthday. Isn't that awesome? She's 40 today, folks.
How about it?
That is cool.
She'll never be on this show, but what's good is that we'd almost rather have Sarah in the pharmacy right now because taking care of people, that's first and foremost, certainly.
Yes.
You talk about a good place to be, the pharmacy. So people are showing up that are not feeling well. But then there's people that are feeling great that are just getting their prescriptions. But it's so important, Jim, to have that consistent, excellent service.
Yes.
And it really starts with Nicole, who runs the pharmacy.
Yep.
But then, man, those pharmacy techs, Sarah and Stacy and Anna, and they're so great at what they do.
They are.
They're so nice to people. When I first started, I was almost like, how can they be this good at what they do?
Yeah.
And it's just every day they do it.
I get so many good comments on those folks. It is just fantastic, and I love that team over there. And just so everybody knows, I did go over to make sure that the pharmacist and stuff was overseeing Sarah's work now that she's 40, so she doesn't make any mistakes.
They're checking it twice.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Flu shots, anywhere from the flu shots to just filling a script, or just to talking to somebody about your scripts. I mean, they're so great over there. I couldn't ask for a friendlier, better crew. They're
I'll
just
tell
fantastic.
you what, I got the flu shot on this show a couple months ago at this point, and some people said, well, it's too early. And Nicole sat here and said it's never too early to get the flu shot.
Right.
But boy, oh boy, that's something that I'm going to focus on over the next couple of weeks, is just reminding people, like my wife, that need to get a flu shot, because, and there, look, right there's Nicole and I getting the flu shot. So not only have I really feel like I've avoided any type of sickness or illnesses that have been going on, but I also got a 20-cent fuel saver.
Right.
So it's a win-win if you look at it that way. Like, yes, you're going to keep yourself safe, yourself and your family, but being able to save on gas at the same time.
Yeah, and most of your flu shots are covered by your insurance, so it costs you absolutely zero, and you make 20-cent fuel saver.
That's how I looked at it.
I don't even want a flu shot. I just want the fuel saver. I'll be getting that in the next week here, going over there just because I got to fill up.
Yeah, right. Hey, you know what? Whatever the reasoning is, it's right there on the screen.
Yep.
No appointment necessary. There's always a pharmacist that can give you the flu shot. You could walk in right now at this moment, or 5 hours from now. If that pharmacy is open, there's somebody that can give you the flu shot.
That's right. We have a couple extra chairs, because sometimes it does. I'm not gonna lie. There's a few people that'll come in at the same time, but we're getting through them quickly. We don't make them wait forever. And I tell you, every shot I've gotten over there, and I've had one from each one of them, because I got my Shingrix shot too, so that was 2 shots. And they are so good at it.
Yeah, I didn't even feel it.
Oh my goodness! Sometimes you're like, oh God, I hope this person's good at it, and because there is good and there is bad,
right? And it's like being a tattoo artist,
right? I'm sure. I have no idea.
Sometimes you're gonna feel it more than others. But when it comes to getting a shot, you're right. You don't want to have a sore arm or whatever.
I hate needles, so to do that, and they're good at it, I love it. And for a tattoo artist, I have no idea, because I'm that afraid of needles, dude. That's never going to happen.
Oh, listen, it's not that bad. I'm not saying that we have tattoo artists here at Hy-Vee, but you just saw that picture, that still frame of me getting my flu shot. And Betsy got it on the show. I just remember that. I mean, it's really just one of those things that if you can do it without having to call your doctor, make an appointment, and then you're either leaving work early, you're driving out there, parking, getting in, you always have to wait, or you could just literally walk in here.
Yeah, we're open till 9 o'clock at night.
It's that easy.
You can get it whenever you need to.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I don't know where else you can grocery shop, get a flu shot, and then grab something for dinner.
Right.
Or if you have an hour lunch break, think about it that way. Maybe you grab something for lunch, you grab a flu shot, and you still got 39 minutes left
to go.
Right.
Yeah, it works perfect.
It is a good deal, that's for sure. All right, so Tuesday. So tonight, I want to mention there's bingo in the Market Grill Express.
Bingo, baby.
So first day back for me, and we're doing bingo tonight. That starts at 6 o'clock. So if you're watching this live, hello, friend, or if you're watching this later, come out tonight. It's free to play. It's a good time. People love bingo.
They've had a great time doing it.
I think the last time we did bingo, we got through 18 games of bingo. That's a lot. I know. That's a lot. And that's not even going quick. That's just doing bingo, right?
Yeah,
having fun
awesome.
with it. So in each bingo game you win, there's a $5 Hy-Vee gift card. So think about that. And it's just fun.
It's just fun. Good food.
Good food is an understatement. Holy moly.
Yeah, just have some fun with it. Win $5 here and there.
I'll tell you what, people that come out to bingo really enjoy it. And I think it's just one of those things. People keep telling me there's no place to play bingo in Muscatine.
Right.
Well, here you go.
Here it is.
And then coming up on Monday, there's some pictures from some of the previous bingos. Coming up on Monday, the 22nd, we're going to do another trivia night to the theme of Stranger Things and some scary movies. Since it is October.
It is October.
So Stranger Things, very popular show on Netflix. And I'm a fan of scary movies.
Stranger Things, is it good? Have you seen it?
It is good, yeah. There's
Really?
2 seasons of it so far.
Is it kind of like, what is it, like a scary type thing?
A little bit of sci-fi, yeah. I think
have
you
to
would
check
like it.
out.
It's a lot of nostalgia because it's set in the 80s.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great hairstyles and costumes.
Oh, cool.
And
I've never seen anything like it.
so this is just a couple of the kids that are in the show.
Oh, okay.
And my Halloween costume a few years ago was inspired by a Stranger Things character.
Really?
Ryan, I don't know
I'll
how
have to check
slick
it
you
out.
are on Twitter, but you could find my Halloween costume picture on Twitter.
Oh, boy.
Maybe. I don't know. That might be a long shot. All right. So in the meanwhile, one other thing I want to mention that's going on, at least for a little while, is the Hy-Vee Brands for Grand.
Yes, we got it going.
So people that come to the store, you have your Fuel Saver card. You never know when you could get a knock on the door.
Yes.
And it could be the Hy-Vee Brands for Grands mobile.
Exactly.
And Jim, they literally will come into people's houses and look for how many Hy-Vee brand products they have.
Yes.
And then pay them cash for it.
Yes.
This
That's
is
exactly how it works.
awesome.
Yes.
Like
I think-
up to $2,500.
Yeah, isn't $100 a
Yeah,
can
it's
or whatever
unreal.
it is?
So this could be
Yes.
things like Hy-Vee green beans to
Right.
Hy-Vee milk. If you
Right.
have it in your house and you use that Fuel Saver card, you could get a knock on the door. I really
Yes.
want this to
I
happen
have
for
done
somebody
this
in Muscatine.
before.
You got
This-
to do it?
Oh, it was so much fun. Went to
Wow.
this gal's house.
Yeah.
Man, it's just Hy-Vee stuff just coming out of the woodworks.
that's
It was
awesome.
crazy.
That's awesome.
And gave away a lot of money. It was cool. I'd love to do that here in town. Would
Wouldn't that
not
be a
the
blast?
awesome? That would
I
be
just
the
want to
best.
see somebody grab that. Everybody has this, by the way, so I don't feel
Yeah.
bad saying it. Everybody's got that Hy-Vee bag of like brown sugar
Yep.
that's 7 years old. That has one of those chip clips on it.
Hey.
That's way back in the top shelf. And you use it every time you bake because you forget, even though it feels like a brick when you take it out.
Oh, it softens.
You don't
right
even
up.
look at the date because you don't assume that brown sugar goes bad. Same thing with flour.
Yeah.
Like we have both of those in my kitchen at my house right
Yeah.
now.
As long as
That-
it says Hy-Vee, it can have the old Hy-Vee logo on it.
Oh my
As long as
gosh,
it says
that would be
Hy-Vee on
awesome.
it, that's all that matters.
You could get paid for it. So that's definitely something that's
now
going
keep
on.
in mind, now if you have a can of green beans,
Right.
that counts as one. You can't
Okay.
have 10 cans of green beans. It has to be individuals. So,
But
think
and that's
about
just
that.
it though. And that's one of the things that, and it's funny that we were talking about this because that same guy that was telling me about his experiences with Hy-Vee at the Loiza County ambulance thing also said it's just impressive how many people like the Hy-Vee branded items. And I
Yes.
said, yeah, it's really been a surprise to me. Not only can you save money, but the quality is there. So
Quality
you're
is
not
awesome.
sacrificing anything. And I think
That's
that's
exactly
important.
right.
For people that are shopping, whether it be on a budget or whatever, there's That Smart option. But those Hy-Vee branded products are great.
Yeah.
I mean, they really are.
Yeah, and keep in mind that Smart, Hy-Vee, Top Care, that's all part of the Hy-Vee brand.
Sure.
So if you have any of those in your house, that would qualify.
Yeah, and that Top Care stuff in the pharmacy, I mean,
Why would you buy anything else?
Right.
And the pharmacist will right there and tell you it's the same active ingredient.
Yep.
So
you just see the name brand item and then you see a Top Care, and it's literally, in my experience, $2 to $4 less.
or more. Yes.
Yeah. So, and if it has the same active ingredient, like you just
Yep.
said,
Why would you?
don't pay more if you don't have to. All right. Thank you for being here. Happy
Thanks, dude.
Bosses Day. Why don't you take the rest of the day off?
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Okay.
I'm glad you're back though, buddy. Congratulations
appreciate
on
it.
your
Thank
little girl.
you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she is. Ryan, do you have my Halloween costume? There it is, Jim Simmons. All
Oh,
right.
look
So
at you.
Now, Ryan, for comparison, if you could show Jim a picture of 11 from Stranger Things. So my costume a couple years ago, there's a character on Stranger Things. Her name is 11. And that's
Her name?
Right, her name.
So-
I had it. What you didn't see in that picture is that I was wearing a dress. Perhaps Ryan will pull
Yeah,
it back up.
I missed that part.
So I do enjoy Halloween, and I like having a good costume. I won
yeah.
his Guy Fieri a couple years ago from the Food Network.
Oh yeah, he's. I
dyed my
remember that
hair.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
I had to shave my head to get the hair dye out. So I like to commit to Halloween. I did see that here at Hy-Vee for our employees, we're kind of having a little Halloween costume
Yeah.
contest.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
we
just
do it
like to
every
tell
year.
my coworkers that nice try.
Yeah,
But you don't have a chance. You're all gonna lose. Because I really like to get after it. All right, so there you go. There's kind of a side by side.
It looks good.
Now, Ryan, could you zoom out on my picture a little bit and show Jim that I was wearing a dress just to make sure that he has the full effect?
Oh, it's not there.
Click on. Oh no, it's there.
It's-
Click on that picture, Ryan. We'll make it bigger. Yep, the folks at home need to see. Look at the socks.
you
Down
are
to the matching socks and
You
everything.
are on it.
Yep. Look at that.
Where did you wear this to?
To the Halloween party I hosted.
Really?
In public, yeah.
Yeah, in public. That's pretty cool.
Now, keep in mind, that's about a 80 pounds heavier version of yours truly. So I had to try on. I think it was about 16 dresses before I found one that fit.
Yeah. Well, it
but
fit
here's
you
what
nicely.
I did. Here's what I did, and this is what I always say, and I mean this. If you're going to put together a Halloween costume, go to a place like Salvation Army.
Oh, yeah. All kinds of good stuff.
I mean, for like 4 out of the last 5 Halloween costumes, I've gotten everything I needed from
Right there.
So you're helping
That's
out a
cool.
good cause, and they're totally aware of the fact that they have great items for Halloween costumes. And then I love when they do this. Look, right there, it's perfect. I'm telling you.
You make that dress look good.
Thank you very much.
I
A little
just want you to
short.
know
I
that.
had to wear shorts, as you can see. I was exposing a little too much knee there.
That is great.
But yeah,
You got everything
even the
going.
dad
You
shoes,
just needed the
right?
boots. You would have matched her perfectly. That is awesome.
Well, I'll tell you what. If it's okay with Hy-Vee, I'd love to wear that again this year.
Please do.
on
We would love
Halloween.
to see you wear that.
Probably
here.
could get into a little bit of a smaller dress this year. Betsy, maybe you have something I could borrow. We'll work it out. All right. Very good. We'll get Jim Simmons out of here now that he's got that image in his head.
Yeah, I gotta go.
We could just print some 8x10s and I could sign those for people if they like. Yes. All right. Very good. All right. Good deal. Ryan, I'm so glad that you found that. And I asked for it, and that's how much I like Halloween. I like putting together a good costume, okay? I don't know what the baby is going to be for Halloween. My wife, I'm sure, will think of something creative for her. Newborn costumes, there's a lot of fun ideas you can have. All right, a couple things I want to mention. So we are going to be doing the show Friday from high atop. Weather permitting, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we have a pop-up tent. We're going to be on top of the Laurel Building in downtown Muscatine this Friday. The show will start around... Betsy is doing this right now. The show will start at 9:30 in the morning. Hy-Vee Today on location over the edge this Friday. There are quite a few people going over the edge, literally rappelling down the side of the Laurel Building, raising money for Special Olympics. I just saw Jason Miller. He is in the store right now, director of Special Olympics, and helping out Special Olympics and Big Brothers Big Sisters of Muscatine County, rappelling down the side of the building at 10:30 in the morning. So if you're at work or however, if you watch this show live, you'll be able to see yours truly going down the side of the Laurel Building at 10:30 in the morning. I don't even know if I've rappelled once in my life, maybe. So a little nervous, but it's for a great cause, and we look forward to being on location with Over the Edge this Friday in downtown Muscatine. And that's how high the Laurel Building. That is a tall building, y'all. Every time I've driven past it or walked past it, I've looked and just thought, okay, I need to ask Jim Simmons if I can wear jeans and like a Hy-Vee polo that day. Wouldn't that make sense? Right? Not that I'm opposed to wearing dress pants going over the edge, but might just be a little bit more practical. All right, a couple other things to note. Keto cooking. We have our next keto cooking class coming up a week from tomorrow. I can't believe it's that soon. Holy smokes. Wednesday, October 24th. This is what happens when you're gone for 2 weeks. Keto cooking for and cocktails with Chef Tess, holiday recipe ideas, and keto-friendly cocktails. It's all going to be happening in the club room here at Hy-Vee. Tickets are $10 each. Starts at 5:30, goes till 7. Tess has always wanted to incorporate cocktails that are keto-friendly, so you will have a chance to sample some of those, along with Hy-Vee dietitian Kara Zigeman. I'll be there as well. I've lost about 86 pounds still, been holding steady on the keto diet since June 4th, so if you've been wanting to learn more, get your tickets on sale at customer service here at Hy-Vee. Just $10. That's it. That's all you need to know. Stop by and get them before it's sold out. I do anticipate that will sell out as well. All right. What else is on our list here, Ryan Broderson? We've talked about the Fuel Saver. We've talked about Chef Tess's dinner plans for this week. Bingo happening tonight. There's a Fuel Saver flyer that kicks off tomorrow with some savings. We can show that or we can wait till tomorrow, whatever you want to do, Rye. There we go. So this is deals good on the Fuel Saver. This, again, starts on Wednesday through next Tuesday from the deli department to, how about that, fresh-made meatloaf. Ooh-wee. Bakery items, some dip as well. Yeah, you can't go wrong. And if you buy any 2 dips, you get a free bag of chips. I like that one a lot. A lot of Delmer in this ad, stepping it up. Are those caramel apples, Ryan Broderson? Scroll down a little bit. Holy moly. fresh made caramel apple with a fuel saver. That sounds great. Breakfast of Champions. And some fresh baking stone breads, which are just the best. From the bakery here at Hy-Vee. You really can't go wrong with those baking stone products. They are delightful. Okay, happy Bosses Day to all bosses out there, including Hy-Vee Store Director Jim Simmons, and happy National Pharmacy Technician Day. So shout out to all the pharmacy techs here at Hy-Vee. They all do a great job. If you have prescriptions, you know that those are the folks that are taking care of you along with the pharmacists. So definitely want to acknowledge them today. And hope that you'll come out and play bingo tonight starting at 6 o'clock. Going to be a long first day back, but I look forward to it because we do have a great group of people that come out and play bingo, and we look forward. And the best part about bingo, it's inside. So even though, yes, it is a little chilly outside, you don't have to worry about that, right? Bingo tonight. Bring your own dauber because I got the disposable bingo cards, a lot of them. So bring a marker, or you can use a pen or whatever you want to do. I've got a lot of props on the show today. All right, big thanks to our pal Thad Burkhamper for taking the time to join us, and Jim Simmons. Betsy, I wonder, as we wrap up, would you mind just taking the Toyota of Muscatine cart cam towards the floral shop and just ask them when you get over there, point out some Bosses Day items, and we'll leave folks with that? All right, perfect. Thank you for watching, friends. As I mentioned, Friday, live on location with Over the Edge in downtown Muscatine. Supporting Special Olympics in Muscatine and Big Brothers Big Sisters. That is going to be a lot of fun. How ridiculous will I look in a harness? A big and tall harness, I hope. We'll find out. We'll leave you with the Toyota of Muscatine car cam and see you back here on Hy-Vee Today tomorrow when it'll be Wednesday. I'm telling you, this whole having a kid and getting 2 weeks off, fantastic. Thanks for watching, and here's our friend Betsy with the car cam.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.